Wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hello, Mr. Speed.
The Lego store. Oh. Look at that castle behind us. It's pretty. I never got my champagne. What I was about to say is...
Hola, amigos. Para la seguridad de todos, por favor.
Let's fly! Oh yeah, we're kind of lap picking.
They're really spinning.
Ooh, here we go.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Must See Adventures. It's our final full day of this spectacular 18-night adventure in Europe, and today we're wrapping up the trip with a day at Disneyland Paris. How perfect is that? As big Disney fans, we were really excited to check out this beautiful park. The theme of this trip has been late nights and early mornings, and today wasn't any different, as we wanted to make sure to take advantage of the early magic hours at Disneyland Paris. One advantage to staying on site at one of the Disneyland Paris resort hotels is that you can enter the parks 1 hour early before day guests, which is a huge advantage. If done right, you can get a couple of the headline attractions completed before the majority of guests even enter the park.
Greetings from Disneyland Paris Park. We are here for early entry with staying on site. You get to enter the parks an hour and a half early, and we're like 8 people deep. We actually got here kind of early. There's already a line forming behind us, so it's going to be an awesome day in Disneyland Paris. So excited. Come join us as we do all the exciting things.
Since we only had one full day at Disneyland Paris Park, and we aren't sure when our next visit will be, we decided to go all in and purchase the Ultimate Disney Premier Pass. This pass, while quite expensive, allows you fast pass access to select attractions, 1 per guest per day.
Walking right down the middle of Main Street, USA.
It really is magical.
What made it even better is that you didn't have to pre-select times or modify the time you would show up to the attraction. You could just show up as you please for your one allotment. That was awesome. We were here on July 6, 2024, and the cost for the 3 of us that day was $520 USD. It's quite a lot and something we would not normally spend that much money on, except for in a situation like this where we were here with just one day. As we entered the hub on Main Street, USA, one of the unique features that we noticed near the Sleeping Beauty Castle at Disneyland Paris is an installation of metal wind art. This vibrant and eye-catching art display is part of the Gardens of Wonder, a collection of 30 kinetic sculptures that celebrate nature and Disney and Pixar characters. It was a really fun addition to an already breathtaking castle, and it was recently added as part of Disneyland Paris's 30th anniversary celebration. After taking a couple of castle photos to start our morning off, our plan was to head straight to Frontierland to ride Big Thunder Mountain, which is one of our favorite attractions in the States. We've heard so many great things about Disneyland Paris's Big Thunder, and how you travel under the rivers of the Far West onto an island for most of the ride. We couldn't wait to check it out.
First ride, Big Thunder Mountain, baby.
Attention sur la victoire à la montagne des camps depuis la zone de transfert vers la gare. Extension on victoire à la montagne. Motion from the staging area to the spur station.
Oh, yeah! Holy smokes! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Woo! There we go! Woo-hoo! The ending was awesome. That was amazing. So they take an on-ride photo on the Big Thunder here too. But here's the shooting gallery. This is turning into a DVC lounge back at, I was gonna say home, but back at home for DVC members.
Pat's filming and all of a sudden there was a big bright flash.
Yeah.
What was that?
We're not getting the photos, I don't think. I don't think our premiere pass gets you those. We can read about it.
I don't know.
But it was a lot of fun. That was intense. It was amazing. Can't wait to do that again later today. And we're looking over here at Phantom Manor. Excited.
Next, we made our way over to Phantom Manor, which is Disneyland Paris's version of Haunted Mansion. Phantom Manor was really unique compared to its counterparts in the US in that it was themed to Frontierland and had an interesting storyline with a bride and a spooky father. There were some cool scenes in the ride, and we weren't really sure what to expect on our first time.
And she's dying to meet you.
We just got off Phantom Manor. None of us have discussed our thoughts.
No, we literally
So this is
just
all
walked
going to be
off the
surprises. Liz, you go first.
I really liked it. I was like, there were parts of it that were super similar to the Haunted Mansion, and then there were parts of it that were so different.
Yeah, I think that it's interesting because instead of like ghosts looking like humans, like there's skeletons. I'd say it's a little
Buried
scarier.
us at one point.
I'd
We got
say it's a little
buried.
scarier than
Phantom Manor is phantomastic. It is awesome. The Phantom guy is fantastic. That laugh that he was doing,
Oh my gosh, he's like evilly laughing.
and you saw him a couple times. But you know, all haunted mansions and Disneyland parks are in different lands. Like at Disneyland, it's in New Orleans Square, Liberty Square, and World, and here it's in Frontierland. And it had that Frontier vibe
Yeah,
to it,
it
like
did.
the last
there was
scene.
a saloon scene. I really liked it. It was pretty cool. It was definitely like darker. I feel like not darker like light
Right.
wise,
Well, that
but
too.
like in theming. It was like even at the beginning they're like everyone's doomed at the Phantom Manor, even you.
Right.
And so it kind of had this like sinister vibe to it.
Yeah, a small child got a little scared before the stretching room scene.
But it was awesome.
And I think it focuses more on the bride. Because the bride is like in the pre-show, and then you see the bride several times.
That's the storyline.
Yeah.
Is it's about about a bride.
Super cool. The queue is awesome. The facade is amazing. Can't wait to do it again. But the 30 minutes extra, I mean the hour extra is awesome. We're only 30 minutes in. We got to find a couple more things to do before all the guests come in.
After Phantom Manor, we made our way over to an empty Adventureland, where we experienced Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril. This is quite different from the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland Park in Anaheim. This ride is a roller coaster and is very rough, with lots of jerks and turns. It even has an inversion, which Emily did know ahead of time, but Scott and I did not. We weren't expecting it at all. The theme of the day is that Disneyland Paris rides are much rougher than the ones that you get in the States. It was definitely a wild ride. After Indiana Jones, we ventured over to Fantasyland. By this point, it was about 9:30 in the morning, and the park was now open to all guests, so you could start to feel the crowds picking up. One other thing you could feel picking up was the breeze. Was there a storm on the way? It was starting to look that way. And of course, this was the one day we didn't bring any of our rain gear. We had to make a quick decision about which Fantasyland ride to start with. This would undoubtedly end our early morning advantage. So we decided to start off with Dumbo, everyone's favorite flying elephant.
So the queue for Dumbo is interesting. I mean, it's like a normal switchback, but when you get up to the cast member at the end to assign your elephant,
iPad had a map of all the Dumbos, and he asked how many, and then he assigned you a specific number and tapped it on the map to see that they were filled.
kind of cool. So no clicker, no. I'm just telling you this. It's programmed into their system which elephants have been assigned. Kind of cool.
I like it.
Look at that view of the castle behind us. We're in our elephant. Hey, Lizzie! We're doing it! We're flying! There she is! I chose a heart teacup to ride with my love.
Aww.
Let's have some tea, dear. How did you make your decision for your teacup?
It was probably best, and it was free with my shirt.
We're chilling. We're not spinning today. It's too early to be spinning. We got a whole day ahead of us. Well, but we're going now. Woo-hoo-hoo! Did you do that?
After we went on Mad Hatter's Teacups, we wanted a snack and a drink, and the only thing open nearby was the festival booths that we had seen at the Studios Park the previous day. It was at this moment that the weather turned, and we had to take shelter under one of the food booths while the rain started.
Welcome to It's a Small World.
Next, we made our way over to It's a Small World, and we were curious to see how this ride would compare. The exterior of the attraction at Disneyland Paris is similar to the one at Disneyland in California, with its outdoor facade and clock, which is different from the attraction at Magic Kingdom in Florida, which has the facade and iconic clock indoors. But once you're inside, you find that although this attraction features similar audio animatronics, theming, and music, the background sets of each room are a bit of a departure from the classic Mary Blair style that you find in the States. It's a Small World is one of my favorite dark rides. There's something so nostalgic and comforting about the bright, colorful scenery and joyful characters. I love how the cheerful song highlights that even though we all come from different places and cultures, we're more alike than different, and that unifying message really feels special when you're experiencing the unique yet familiar attraction in another country.
Hands and arms inside the boat. And remain seated until you are asked to disembark.
Jusqu'à l'arrêt complet du bateau et attendre que l'on vous invite à débarquer. Merci.
Please keep your hands and arms inside the boat and remain seated until you are asked to disembark. Thank you.
After It's a Small World, we rushed to get to another indoor attraction because the rain and cold was getting worse. So on to Pinocchio's daring journey we went.
He's our man.
The rain and cold was starting to get a bit unbearable, so we decided to do a little shopping and find some warmer clothing.
So it's been a bit rainy, which we knew, but I didn't think it was going to be for so long. So we made a decision in the hotel room not to bring a backpack and carry around stuff. Probably should have. Got these cool new sweatshirts now because of it. You see the girls back there, they're wearing matching ones. Yeah, so it got pretty wet. Having still a great day. The crowd is definitely coming in now. Glad we got a jump start on it, but having an awesome time here at Disneyland Paris. Their parade is about to start. 11:30 parade. Kind of early. It's called the Stars on Parade. We have our spot over here. Great view of the castle. Excited to see what stars are going to make their appearance on this parade. It's time to see some stars. Who are we going to see?
Spoilers, I already saw a couple.
And my guess was in there. Pinocchio, already.
We were excited to check out the Disney Stars on Parade, which is the current parade at Disneyland Park in Paris. Disney Stars on Parade is a fairly typical Disney parade with different floats celebrating Disney characters and films. This particular parade celebrates different lands of imagination that are represented in various Disney and Pixar films. The opening unit features Discover the Magic, which has classic characters like Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Chip, and Dale. The next unit is Discover Friendship, featuring Toy Story characters. You see Buzz Lightyear sitting atop a toy rocket and pulling a red trolley filled with Andy's toys. Another unit unit is Discover Adventure, featuring characters from The Lion King and The Jungle Book. After that is Discover Imagination, which features Peter Pan, including Captain Hook and Mr. Smee. There's also Discover a New World, featuring Finding Nemo characters, and a giant Crush swimming above a coral reef. They really seem to like Crush a lot at Disneyland Paris. Discover Enchantment features Sleeping Beauty and has a giant steampunk dragon that breathes fire, very similar to the float that you see at Festival of Fantasy at the Magic Kingdom. There's also Discover Romance, which has the princesses. You also see the fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather leading the way. There's a green pavilion with oversized flowers housing the princesses. Next up is Discover Wonder, which features Frozen characters, including Kristoff, Olaf, Sven, and Anna and Elsa. You can never have a Disney parade without the Frozen characters. After the parade, it was time for lunch. Since we were only there for a single day, we didn't make any reservations in advance because we wanted to save time versus sitting at a table service meal. There were places that we want to dine at for sure, but we felt like for this trip, counter service was the way to go to maximize our full day. So it was off to Cowboy Cookout for lunch. Reminds me of home.
Howdy folks, there's a new sheriff in town around these parts. His name be Scotty G, and he's gonna go with the Sheriff Barbecue Platter.
Yeehaw, partners. I'm ready for some barbecue.
What's up with your plasticware?
I don't know, it's really interesting. And like the food came in these little plastic trays and the cups were like reusable plastic cups. So they're really trying to be more environmentally friendly.
And I jokingly said to the girls, like, I'm surprised there's not like a stage show where they do like a show, but it looked like right back here kind of looks like a stage. So maybe for dinner time they changed the whole setup where it's all you care to eat and they do a show. Like, I don't know. I haven't really done enough research, but I definitely could see them doing like some country western type dinner show in here, kind of like a hoop-de-doo. And by hoop-de-doo, I don't mean like a full-on like stage. I mean like a performer, like with a banjo singing some songs, something like that. You walked into that restaurant, the Cowboy Cookout back then, you're like, this makes me feel like I'm back at home.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good actually.
I think we got the job done for what we needed it to do.
Seriously though, I liked that it was indoors. There were a lot of tables. The food was pretty good. We got the food quickly. I was pretty satisfied. I
was in the restroom. We all went to the toilets. And then two young kids kind of came in and looked at me and they're both like, bonjour to me. So I said, bonjour. and then they just started talking English the rest of the way. I think they thought I was French. And they were trying to be like funny, like, oh, I'm going to say hello to that French dude.
Well, it was really funny though. We got to the table. Emily had gotten a table for us and she's like, I got really nervous because this worker came over and started talking to me a lot in French, really fast. And I think he thought I knew what he was saying. And I thought he was trying to tell me I couldn't sit here. But what was he doing?
he was asking me to take a survey, which I did take about my experience there. And the last question is, what is your nationality? United States, America, either of those, not an option. I had to click other and write my own answer.
Yeah, I guess they just assume Americans don't eat at the cookout barbecue place.
Or that we don't come to Disneyland Paris.
Maybe.
Or that we don't take surveys.
No, we take surveys. Weather's starting to get nicer, which is good. It's still a little breezy.
Yeah, it's a little cooler. It's definitely cooler today than it was.
A lot cooler today, but it stopped raining, so I think we're going to start tearing through some of our Premier Pass. Like, the crowds were so low that earlier this morning we just kind of cranked through everything. Now it's getting a little busier, so let's have some more fun. All right, this Colonel Hattie's looks so cute, but we didn't go there. They do have pizzas. It's weird, like some things show up in the app for restaurants and then they don't. But Colonel Hattie's, we kind of missed the boat on that one. It had an actually cool menu. There was
the seating's outdoors.
It was Indian. It's outdoors though, but they had like an Indian pizza. Like, I haven't had pizza in a while. I mean, when's the last time I had a slice of pizza? Anyway, we're gonna go do Indiana Jones. We did that earlier today, and holy cow. Like, you want to talk about a head-banging ride. I should put on a helmet. Like, this thing is crazy, but it's a lot of fun. Holy cow, this line is a lot different than it was this morning. We walked right on, like literally, we just walked right through the queue, and now it's a 40-minute wait. So the Premier Pass, it's kind of nice. It's exactly like how it is in the States. You scan your QR code at the reader, and it makes the same noise, like the ding dong. So you hear all the screams behind us, right? This is not like the Indiana Jones at Disneyland or Dinosaur. This is an outdoor roller coaster where you go upside down and
it's fun.
So much headbang. Front row again. Another initial reaction. So much headbanging. Doing it twice, I still don't understand the point of this ride. Like, what's the story here? There's no story. There's no pre-show. You just go in there and get beat up, whipped around, go upside down. But it's still kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Oh, look at that. Liz, come back here. It's Carl from Up. Oh, you saw it earlier?
We didn't explore all of Adventureland earlier this morning, so now it was time to continue the adventure and see what those pirates were up to.
Ahoy, mateys, Redbeard here. And just want to tell you that dead men actually do tell tales.
Ah, mon ami emplumé, t'es absolument débile. Prends une bagnole pour la peine. Et une petite. Je regarde par le cher Raoul. C'est un bien beau trésor, en effet. N'est-il pas vrai, mon petit troubadour à bout?
All right, so we're in line for Peter Pan. What did you just notice, Emily?
There are 2 rows in each boat. So in both of the Americas, it's only like 1 row seats 2 people per boat, but this one seats 4.
We haven't rode Peter Pan.
Chers amis, bonjour et bienvenue à Peter Pan's Flight. Pour votre confort et votre sécurité, nous vous invitons à bien vouloir retirer vos sacs à dos avant d'embarquer dans les bateaux et suivre les instructions de vos cast members. Merci.
I was about to say is that we haven't rode Peter Pan as a family of 3. Probably this is the first time we rode it.
No, probably not.
So that's about to change right now. Here we go! Up to Neverland!
We were having a blast in Fantasyland, but we're feeling a bit snackish. Luckily for us, we found the best themed snack shop we may have ever seen, a restaurant themed after Mr. Toad, Toad Hall Restaurant. We're big Mr. Toad fans over here.
What could possibly be in this package? Probably just one guess, right?
Probably a Mickey bar?
It is. Oh, it's cute though. It's a little different.
Is it? It's like cracked on the side you're showing me.
It's kind of like almost like a. It seems like it's smaller, like it's cuter. And how do you eat this?
You have to start with the ear, yeah.
It's built more like actual silhouette instead of like just the surface. Because you see like there's some
cheeks, yeah.
Cheeks, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like its head, really.
What else did you guys get?
We got, but first we just got some frites because
they were good when we had them at
They were good last time. They're nice, thick, like kind of steak.
But look at this paper. Look at the newspaper. Like you will see, like in British restaurants, it's Toad on here.
Toad Hall.
It says like a newspaper article about Mr. Toad.
And then the real reason we came in here was for the Toad sponge cake. And again, we've got this interesting little silverware and tray.
One of the things on our must-do list that we hadn't done yet today was explore the castle, so we made our way over to Main Street from Fantasyland for the castle. We went into the castle story, which was really neat, with fun things to look at, such as tapestries with sleeping knights, and there was even a cool outdoor walkway that looked down over Fantasyland. The main highlight, however, was what was underneath the castle in the dungeon. What's found under the castle can be a bit intimidating for children, so parents, if your kids are watching, you might want to skip this next part.
Okay, we get to go through a cave extra.
After paying a visit to that amazing dragon, we explored a new land for us, Discoveryland, which is Disneyland Paris's version of Tomorrowland.
You're going down.
You'll rendezvous at Planet Z. I will remain here at Star Command to coordinate the mission.
Alright, so who's winning?
Probably not me.
Probably not me, so it will be Liz. Emily and I sat together. I was dominating. I got a quick 50,000. She was upset. I ended up at 62,000.
62,400.
74,600.
There's the cheater right there. Cheater!
I'm not a cheater. I just still don't even do good. That's the thing. We're all so bad at
We're
this.
so bad. None of us have ever done good at all.
No.
We don't try to study the cheat codes, and even if I knew them, I still wouldn't be able to do it.
point in the day, we were getting a bit tired and considered going back to Newport Bay for a little rest. On our way through Main Street to the exit, though, we realized that we hadn't ridden the train yet, which is a staple for all Disney castle parks, so we decided to make a quick detour.
We're gonna head out in a little bit for some relaxation, but then we're like, we haven't done the train, and typically we know trains close early. So we're hopping aboard the Disneyland Paris train, Main Street Station.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now departing Main Street Station. For your safety, please stay seated. This is the legendary American river. The rivers still run through, and anyone's dream can turn to gold.
Please stay seated until the competitive elevator and don't forget anything inside. I wish you a wonderful day in the park. Thank you. Welcome aboard the Washington Continuous passengers. Please during your trip, keep your arms raised and hands inside the train. Next up, Main Street Station, the entrance of the park. Have a good trip.
Fantasyland and Discoveryland stations were closed during our visit, so we made the long trek from Frontierland back to Main Street, USA.
Bonjour et bienvenue aux nouveaux passagers. Gardez bras et mains à l'intérieur. Et s'il vous plaît, veuillez ne pas fumer. Merci.
For your safety, please stay seated on the train, keeping your hands and arms inside the train. And no
The train ride went by really quick due to skipping 2 stations, but it was very enjoyable. One thing that was interesting to us is that they assigned the seating, and we were a bit cramped with another family. Scott especially enjoyed the old Tomorrowland background loops as we rode the train.
Bienvenue à nos nouveaux passagers. Pendant le trajet, veuillez rester assis et garder bras et mains à l'intérieur. Et s'il vous plaît, veuillez ne pas fumer. Merci.
So we're gonna walk back to Newport Bay and relax for a little bit. Just got done with the train. The train was cool, but not as exciting, I feel like, as other trains.
It was a small train.
It was a small. It was interesting. They assigned seating to you, though.
I think it's just because there were so many people waiting.
That
was
could
a
be.
train full of people waiting.
Yeah, it was. And there were 2 stops that were down currently, so that made Main Street Station very busy.
Yeah, so
I
I think
felt
they were
like.
just trying to make sure everybody could get on the train.
But still lots to talk about. We did many attractions we haven't shared or talked about. We have lots of thoughts, but it's unbelievable. This is a beautiful place. Look at that hotel behind us. Look at that. So yeah, we're gonna relax for a little bit. You know, you hear it all the time, but best day ever.
Back at Newport Bay, we decided to visit the hotel gift shop when we returned. They have your mix of normal, generic Disney merchandise and some Disneyland Paris specific items. Looking back now, I know that Scott is a bit disappointed we didn't get anything here. You'll see in our next video our souvenir haul from the trip, and you may be surprised we didn't bring home as much as you'd think.
Hello! We are rested and heading back to Disneyland Paris. Are you excited?
I love the Tower of Terror, so yeah,
It looks very similar to Disneyland's, doesn't it?
it does.
Did you two survive the hotel?
We did.
Barely.
Clearly, we're still here.
True.
It was kind of cool. It was like a weird mix between, it had English on the video. It was the original Twilight Zone video from Florida. But then there was like, the little girl kept talking to us in French and popping up throughout
She would say
the ride.
English,
She
too.
would too. But it was pretty cool. It was a
Fun
different...
being taught to by a little French girl.
It was. Oh, there's you.
I can see why people like this. I'll say I didn't have to wait very long, but it was good. The closest thing, and it's not the same. But the closest thing I can compare this to is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. It's not as intense and it's not as hype, but the way you're like flowing through the EAC is very similar. And it's a lot shorter. It's pretty short, but I had a great time, and I would totally recommend if you can do it.
Making our way back to Disneyland, we re-entered the park around 7:45. We knew we weren't going to stay for the nighttime entertainment tonight, as we had seen it the night before, and we have an early pickup tomorrow morning for the airport. But we wanted to explore a bit more and experience a couple of our favorite attractions from earlier this morning. There are many references throughout the land to the Baltimore Gun Club, and that made us a bit curious, so we looked into it and found out that the Baltimore Gun Club originates from Jules Verne's 1865 novel De la Terre à la Lune, as the creators of his speculative spacecraft.
For your safety, you should be in good health and free from high blood pressure.
That right there is Space Mountain in Disneyland Paris. You wouldn't think it. And we just did it. And it's intense. Holy cow.
Really intense.
I loved it.
I did too,
It
Liz.
was a lot of fun, yeah. The restraints are very, like, they're heavy, they're kind of stick to your body. You can lift part of it a little bit, but then there's, like, this big cage around you. So our hair got stuck in it because it was kind of sticky, which was weird. But the ride itself was amazing.
It was hyperspace too, so I had the Star Wars overlay going on. The restraints, like, I felt like I put them on too hard. Like, it kind of hurting my shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I pulled mine down too tight. But, you know, what can you do?
Yeah.
We were in there snug.
We were snug.
Weren't going anywhere.
Insane launch. There was like 3 inversions, I think, again, right?
Yeah.
We went upside down 3 times.
Upside down.
It's
It
so
was
fast. And the Star Wars stuff was great, but here's the funny thing. I'm riding and I'm going, like, I'm having a great time. I'm screaming. They could probably hear me because I'm behind them. And then all of a sudden I hear like a little woo. And I look over, there's a person next to me.
He had a really small little
I did
girl
not
next to
even
him.
know all that time we were sitting down because I couldn't see them because of the restraints blocking my eyesight view. And there was a person next to me during that whole ride. I feel bad for them because I was screaming like a maniac.
But he was having a great time doing it.
Oh my God. It was great.
It was really cool.
It was awesome.
Totally different than any Space Mountain
Yeah,
I've
what's up
ever
with the
done.
Baltimore Gunpowder Club
Gun
thing?
Maybe the lunch.
Yeah,
the lunch
gotta do
for
some
it.
research on that.
So-
Very cool. Might want to do it again later tonight. We'll see. We got some other priorities as well. But we gotta get some food too. And you know, I keep looking at my watch in these videos. We got less than 3 hours. So we've been seeing the Nautilus over here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's a ride or what. It doesn't look like it's very big. So
It seems to be moving, but it looks like it's open.
so let's go check it out.
We decided to check out the Nautilus, and didn't really realize when we walked in that it was going to be a walking tour. We thought it might be an attraction. It was kind of interesting though. The Nautilus is in Discoveryland near Space Mountain, and the whole area is very steampunk themed and themed to Jules Verne.
Open the iris.
Ouverture de l'iris.
What's that?
C'est une mère avec son petit. Malgré sa taille déjà imposante, je dirais que ce baleineau n'est âgé que de quelques mois. Elle migre plus loin que n'importe quel autre animal sur la planète.
That baby whale learned to swim within an hour of its birth. Just one of the extraordinary wonders of the undersea world.
We're in line for Autopia now, but actually the Nautilus is right here behind us. That's the entryway to get to do a tour, basically a walking tour of it.
Yeah.
And it was quick. It was different.
Fine. You know, we just walked in, walked through, and we're done. So why not?
It was kind of cool, yeah.
It's not something you have in either of the U.S. parks, so we thought we should check it out.
It was kind of cool. We saw the big porthole open, and there's like this flooring seating kind of looking like thing. And Liz, we're watching, and Liz is like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and watch this. And I think I have it on video. Hopefully I dropped it in there where you see her sit down and then boom, the show's over. So kind of funny. Excited to drive some cars. We have an actual licensed driver now. Your first Autopia ride with a license.
That's gonna be pretty epic. Her first time driving.
It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic. Cool car, Em. Oh yeah, we're Cadillac Pippin. We got the pink caddy in the house. Right, left, right, left. We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
We're really down. We don't have enough gas.
Hey, Lizzie.
Do we have to wait?
No, you can go. Hey, Lizzie. Lizzie, bye. Look at that bird. Downhill. Oh, oh my God. Woohoo! Now it's all slow. Rocket Cafe, get your rocket salad. How you feeling on your Saturday drive? Feeling good? Feeling good. Oh, traffic jam. Ah!
Back in Paris?
Oh my God, we are back in Paris now. Hey! Hey, girl!
Attention Autopia driving. You are approaching unknown area. Prepare to stop.
After a thrilling ride around Discoveryland at Autopia, we decided that we had better get something to eat soon, as it was already 8:45, and we sure didn't want to end up with McDonald's again. Knowing that we wanted to end our day how we started, back in Frontierland, we made our way over to Casa de Coco for dinner.
I went with the frozen margarita. Cheers, everyone. Tasty. So we got some Doritos with cheese, burritos, margaritas, churros. It's gonna be a good dinner.
We rushed through dinner as the restaurant was getting ready to close. And yes, you heard Scott right. That was Doritos with cheese, not chips and cheese. Before closing out our magical day at Disneyland Paris, we experienced Phantom Manor one more time and decided to check out Rustler Roundup Shooting Gallery before taking in a gorgeous sunset. A great way to wrap up the day.
Last ride of the day, also the first ride of the day. Here we go. One last
ride in the wilderness. Gotta do it twice.
Yes. Let's go. Wow. Make sure you hold on to your what?
Hats and glasses.
Let's do it. We back. We back, people.
Attendez bien qu'on vous dise de descendre.
After finishing our evening with the sunset at Big Thunder Mountain, it was time to make our way for one final walk down Main Street before calling it a night. It was the perfect ending to a perfect trip, with 18 days of travel with our favorite people and so much fun.
Hey Lizzie, is there me or is this Main Street wide?
It is.
It's
big.
It is huge. I love it. And there it is. The sun is setting on a magical day at Disneyland Paris.
This is a great day.
A magical trip. This was a trip of a lifetime.
This trip was the trip of a lifetime.
I'm holding back tears. I'm actually like kind of sad right now as I'm filming this. Oh my God, it's hitting me right now that it's over. It is time to go home. All good things must come to an end. I love this family. I love Elizabeth. I love Emily. I love what we just did, and I can't wait to make another adventure again soon.
So beautiful through here.
So we're gonna walk around Disney Village. I'm not gonna film anymore because I'm probably gonna cry because I'm sad that it's all over, but I'm thankful that it happened. It was an amazing trip. So
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll do some like follow-up videos on our souvenirs, any things we may have missed, but we gotta go do a little shopping before we wrap it up. So
bye.
Bye. So the Disney Village cracks me up a little bit because these restaurants. So I'm looking at this cute place I wanted to go to. We never made it. We just didn't have much time. But Annette's Diner. So this cute little diner's got a 62 Corvette out front. Confirmed that from my guy Jared and my father-in-law. Love you both. And then it has like New York sandwiches, Chicago steakhouses, McDonald's. It just cracks me up. Like, I don't.
It's a little slice of America here in Paris.
So you can't find any French food, but you can definitely find greasy fried food all over the place.
And that wraps up another fantastic day. Thanks again for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe. Leave us a comment and let us know, have you been to Disneyland Paris? What was your favorite thing that we've done on our trip? Thanks again. Have a great day.
Have a great day.